Evening campers. I've just finished teaching one of my classes tonight and this has arrived. My new jean jacket, which I got on the sales. You know, there's loads of bargains at the moment, and it was a real sort of nerve-wracking experience. I know that sounds daft, but to spend money at the moment when none of us really know if we've got a job, what the income's going to be like, a lot of uncertainty about, but it's part of my commitment to myself. If I do the goals I've set myself, I will reward myself. And it's also, it appeals to that little girl in me. I think, you know, whatever my actual age, 62, this is for the 7-year-old inside of me. I've never really grown out of glitter and pink and colours and, you know, a bit of pizzazz. So I love this. It has cheered me up. So cheering yourself up is great. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about visualizations. So if you have a health or fitness goal, it really helps to use this muscle. I know it's not really a muscle, but you know what I mean? To use what's between the ears, because that's as important. Here's Tiger Pansy agrees, she's just helping me. It's as important as working out the body. It's as important as doing a food diary or, you know, shopping and making sure you've got good food in the fridge rather than just sweeties and ice cream. Visualization, we're mostly visual creatures, but there are other things involved. So it's like what you feel like, you know, what compliments you might hear if you're at your goal weight, or if you've looked after yourself and done, say, your 3 fitness classes in a week. But it really helps to visualize what it would be like at the end of your goal. What would it feel like? What would it look like? What would you hear? Why are you doing it really? And on the way to the goal, so this, I saw a picture of it, I imagined, imaged in what I'd look like in it. When it came, I sort of tried it on in front of the mirror, you know. If it had been the wrong side, I would have taken it back. She wants to come on my knee. Mummy's working. This is Tiger Pansy. It's like if you can see yourself do something, it really helps. So all the sports psychologists work with footballers and cyclists and all the top level athletes to almost rehearse winning in the mind. Now, I don't know about you, but left to my own devices, I'm really good at losing in my mind. So my fear is always like the worst case scenario. You know, I'll lose that job, I won't have any income, we'll have to go and live in a shoebox somewhere, you know, all of that. All of us do that naturally, and I think that's just a habit that we can break. And one of the ways you can do that is every time you catch yourself going into the negative fantasy, switch it and just say, okay, that's worst case scenario, the best case scenario is. And if that's about, you know, your fitness, it's like, okay, I'm going to do the working out, I'm going to stretch, I'm going to, you know, go for a little run or a little walk, and then I will, and then really imagine yourself when you're at your goal weight in your lovely, you know, frock or your nice pair of jeans, or, you know, you've got the energy to run up and down stairs after the kids, and what that'd feel like. You know, you're at your ideal size, your ideal weight, your ideal amount of energy. Sometimes it helps to remind yourself of the best you've been. You know, so if there was a time you were like that, remember the feelings. If you've never been like that, what I did when I was 3.5 stone heavier than I am now, I'm very miserable. I cut out a picture of my face, which was a bit more then, and stuck it on Madonna's body. You know, and there was Madonna conical bra stage, and just shoved that on my fridge to remind me that I wanted to be, and it's the look that I wanted. I wanted it to be sort of lithe and muscular like a dancer. It might be different for you. It's also to visualize you being happy, because there's no point starving yourself and then feeling miserable. So sometimes, you know, the pictures we see in fashion shoots are very, you know what I mean, the pout and that. But to envisage something where you're out having a good time and people are telling you how nice you look and you're laughing and all the things like that, where you're sort of thinking, yeah, you know, it's good fun. So that's a sort of idea If you need a bit of help doing that, you can look online for images. I've got on the backdrop of my computer like images of the sea, because I'm not going on holiday anyway anytime soon. So I've got pictures of beaches and the surf and, you know, the sunshine and palm trees and just colours sometimes. I've got like my bright pink cushion behind me to sort of whet the appetite. So you might want to cut out pictures or draw pictures of you at your absolute best in your happy place. Perhaps it isn't a beach for you, perhaps it's on a mountain, in a forest somewhere really zen. So what does it for you? And then before you go to sleep at night, just sort of settle down and just think, what would I look like? What would I hear? What would it feel like to be my best me and having reached that goal? And for me, this is a nice sort of affirmation, a visual affirmation of well done, you know, you've worked really hard. You know, I've not really had a day off since lockdown started for me, and it's like a pat on the back. So be kind to yourself. It doesn't always have to be buying a jacket, but, you know, a little treat, and just go to sleep tonight imaging in your best case scenario. See you next time.